Big welcome back to all my subscribers and new viewers. Today we're going to be continuing along in part 5 of our Nitra-Guard BioCubes trial/demo, whatever you want to call it. I've got a 90-gallon reef system that was generally 15 to 20 parts per million on the nitrate scale, and I was wanting to lower that down to as close to 0 as I could, between 5 and 0. Anywhere in there I'd even be happy. Quickly, I just want to go over some numbers where things are compared to where they were. So if you guys look at the levels, nitrate on day 1 was 20. Then I decided to vacuum my gravel. I thought I would help this stuff, and I messed everything up horribly, and it was 80 to 100 by vacuuming the gravel. It's taken probably 120 gallons in water changes, 15 a day for pretty much since then, since somewhere around New Year's, whatever day it was that I really messed it up. I left a few days in between, but now it has been 3 days since I've done a water change, and I just wanted to show you guys what the nitrates were at. You can look at all the rest of the numbers, because if you want to follow along, just pause, and I won't bore you with all my numbers, but there they are. The most important thing for this was the nitrates, which as of today I am calling 15. Based on that, this test was done probably half an hour ago, and as you all know, it only gets darker over time. So it's still darker than 10, but definitely below 20. So that's some good news. Some other thing I wanted to share with you guys is that I've actually been in contact with the owner of the company. He somehow came across my videos, and I guess he sat and watched them all, and he was happy to see an independent person doing a review. So I've been emailing back and forth with him over the last couple weeks, just kind of going over some of the stuff that he had to suggest in trying to figure out what was going on. And so I'll give a shout out to him, because it's surprising to see an owner take so much interest in what's going on with the little guy. You know, most people don't really care. They just, you know, he got his money, I bought the product, and he could have just left it at that. So do me a favor, guys, if you've been following along, no matter what the outcome, please click the like on this, because then I have a better chance of getting a featured video, or share it if you have other friends that are into the aquariums as well. Because no matter what the outcome, I want people to see the video and see the results, and I do want to give the guy credit for contacting me and helping me work through this. We've discussed that it may be better for me to add more cubes, so I'm going to end up doing that, even though now I've got the right amount for what my nitrate levels are. There's no harm in adding more, so we're going to do that. For now, let's go head over to the tank, and I'll show you everything. Just the T5s are on right now, so it's kind of dark. But things are doing okay. I forgot to mention, I did a video the other day. It's not that I forgot to mention, I just didn't mention. I actually did lose a fish in the process of those high nitrates. I don't actually know 100% that it was caused by the nitrates. It was the yellow tang. We were actually watching him. He was messing around with the fox face, and I saw them kind of arguing a little bit, and didn't think too much of it, because they kind of had their beef going for a while. And all of a sudden I looked back, and he was laying on his side, still alive, but I thought, oh, that's weird. So I decided to stick my hand in and see like what was going on, and I caught him in my hand, no problem. I put him down to the sump, and right away I thought, well, something's wrong. I've got some erythromycin, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go stick him in that basement tank and try to medicate him. By the time I went to my closet to get the erythromycin, he died. That quickly, he was gone. Wouldn't breathe anymore. I tried a little CPR quickly. it didn't work, unfortunately. A couple breaths and a couple pumps. I'm not a fish molester. It was just a quick thing, but I couldn't do anything for him. So he decided to go live out his death in Lake Ontario. So down the toilet he went. I was quite upset by that because I liked him, and he's a $40–45 fish. But more so, I didn't know what happened to him. But it could have been this guy, because he has a habit of trying to spike people, or not people, like fish, if they get near him. But anyways, that all aside, rest in peace to him. Sorry to see him go. I will get another one because actually he added a lot of color to my tank. I liked them. So back to the nitrates, guys. Now that that's all out of the way, I want to show you one of the things that Mark, the owner of that company, and I discussed was I had bought the second reactor. And I thought that, because it does mention it in the manual, that you could use a fluidized reactor, which is what the little 150 Fosban is. And so he suggested actually not doing that. They apparently have done many lab tests in different scenarios and found that the bag bomb idea is the best. That's with the air stone down there. So hopefully I've got enough air coming through it. It looks like I've got quite a bit. So I went and even picked up a new air stone to try to improve the airflow into it. I guess one day I could actually clean the glass on my sump. It's looking kind of rough around the edges there. It's a little dirty. But so I did want to mention that to you guys, that maybe avoid the reactor for now, or at least if you're dealing with a problem and you're trying to fix it. Maybe, Mark, if you're watching this, get back to me and let me know if you think that later on, once I'm down to zero, if I could switch it back just to get something else out of there. The bag does end up moving around sometimes, and I got to plant it back in. Just, air bubbles move things. But not even a huge deal. On my results, if you were looking there, you'll see that the phosphates drop down to 0. This product is supposed to lower phosphates, so it appears that it's working. So far, it looks like it's going well, actually, because I definitely do not fault the product for that spike up to 80. That was my, my own doing. So I'm really hopeful that we're gonna have a successful product here. It is something that we all need. And there was one last thing before I let you guys go. If I can find it here, let me just sit you down. You guys can look at that for a second because I gotta go searching. I had one more thing I wanted to show you. So here, let me focus in on that. Just hang on, guys. I was actually looking for my tester.
It's in the basket.
Basket.
So the silver tester?
Yeah. Okay guys, sorry about that. I wanted to show you, I made a video the other day about phosphates, and this is something else I discovered. So here's my phosphate meter. This is water from my RO machine. Once I get the foam out of there. So if we put this in here, it's 0. No matter what, if you jiggle it around, sometimes you can make it climb up to 1. But I think we can all agree that that is definitely on 0. And I'll turn it off and back on, just so I can get a light. And I want to show you what's going in my tank from my bucket. Can you see that? That's all RO water in my bucket for the auto top off, but it comes out at 40 is what's going into my tank. So I wanted to share that with you guys as another source of phosphates. I don't know where they come from in there, maybe out of the air or just some magic crap, or from my cats being bastards and drinking out of the bucket. But I wanted to share that, guys, with you. If you have a TDS meter and you've got a bucket set up like I do, go and check it. I've unhooked my my cables so that it didn't throw any more in once I realized that. And I'm going to go disinfect the bucket, let hot water run through it in the tub for a while. And that should be good to go. Maybe a quick rinse with some of the RO water. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to, this was just an update to show you where we're at. And that, you know, things are starting to get a little better. Got the damn iPhone here, so I know it's hard to see some of the life like is coming back. You can, that SPS in the back that's green, that's that one that was dying, and it's really come back. There's some there, so things are doing pretty decent, other than obviously that fish dying. That's got white tips, it's growing. I got a bit of algae though. That's probably because the nitrates were so high. This is a tank that I've never really had too much in the way of algae problems, but I guess shit happens. So, and baby Nemo finally discovered the upper anemone. Like, that thing's been sitting up there for 6 months and they refuse to go in it, but those two don't like them, or they tolerate them. They don't like them in their anemone. So he finally discovered it all on his own up there, so now he's got one all to himself. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to click that like button. I want to get word out about this video to the others in the reef hobby, because they can see the results for themselves, see what they think. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be updating in another week or so.